This is Unmarried Master here. This is my first video on YouTube. I'll be starting off with a what if Naruto had Byakugan and the Sharingan. This what if starts off as Minato is one eighth of Uchiha and Kushina is 1/8 of Hyuga, but they don't know this. As everything else to the anime, it goes to the anime until the Land of Wave arc, where they're on the bridge and Naruto and Sasuke are versing Haku. This is where Naruto awakens the Sharingan and the Byakugan at the same time, but he doesn't know that it's the Sharingan and the Byakugan. As you can see on the image there's 3 Tomoes. Instead of there being 3, there's going to be 1 on each eye, and there's going to be the Byakugan active as well. He's going to be able to see where Haku is going. Basically, he's going to have same abilities as the Sharingan and the Byakugan would be combined. This will show, which will mean that Naruto will have gotten the Byakugan, which can be really good for censoring type ninja, and also the Sharingan, which can copy ninjutsu quickly, which would mean that he takes down Haku unbeknownst to him, but after he takes down Haku, his Byakugan and the Sharingan deactivates, and unbeknownst to him that it was a special ability just because his parents were 1/8 Hyuga and unbeknownst to him, his parents were 1/8 Hyuga and Uchiha, and he is 1/16 of both. And he's also Uzumaki and Namikaze at the same time, which would mean he has a lot of chakra, and also he has the yellow hair as in anime. His eyes look almost the same but a bit purplish instead of being blue, as shown in the image here. But he also has the black lining as normal. When he gets back, everything happens the same. Kakashi is tired and he takes rest, and Naruto is trying to figure out what was that. He tries to activate it again. Then we move on to where they're back in the village. They have the week of missions since they were on a B rank mission, even though they were meant to be on a C rank. A rank mission. In that week, Naruto figures out how to activate the Byakugan, but not the Sharingan. When he figures out how to do this, he goes and tells the 3rd Hokage. Then the 3rd tells him that he should train with the Hyuga for like 2 days to figure out how they fight. And then Naruto, instead of training with elite like the joining class. He trains with Hinata, which also gets him closer to each other earlier on in the anime. Even though Hinata is shy, she helps Naruto since she is closer to him. And then Kakashi tells Team 7 about the Chunin exams, which Naruto is really excited about, same as in anime. So is Sasuke. This is where this both get signed. This is when they start the Chunin exams. Lee challenges. Everything happens the same until the forest arc, where Naruto, until they meet Orochimaru or the Sound Ninja Girl. Naruto activates his Byakugan to fight against Orochimaru, and when Orochimaru bites down on Sasuke to place a curse mark, but this time he bites down on Sasuke first before sealing Naruto, putting a seal on Naruto's Kurama seal. Before he does this, when Sasuke passes out, Naruto thinks that he's died. This is where Naruto unlocks his 3 Tomoe Sharingan and the Byakugan at the same time. But Orochimaru doesn't see this, and Naruto passes out just from the strain on his eyes. Everything else happens the same until the fight against Kiba, where Naruto fights Kiba but activates his Byakugan and Sharingan 1 Tomoe, not 2 Tomoe, but he can't access the 3 Tomoe yet. He fights Kiba, but he doesn't. He takes on Kiba with relative ease since he can see his movements with the Sharingan. Then he moves on. Then we move on to the 1 month training period. This is where he meets Jiraiya. And then Jiraiya talks to him about, teaches him the summoning jutsu. But he picks up on it in a week since he can use the 2 Tomoe Sharingan. Then he tells Jiraiya about, he tells Jiraiya and Lord Third about the Byakugan and the Sharingan. Which means that Jiraiya will help him train with the Sharingan and the Byakugan somehow by keeping it active and helping him get 3 Tomoe in the 3 months. And also Naruto, he shows Naruto the Rasengan without even thinking. Naruto copies it, but Jiraiya tells him not to use it in the Chunin exams as it could kill the person he's going against. Naruto also learns what his wind nature is and starts to practice it in the last week. He takes a day off of training before the Chunin exams to get rest and let his body heal from the grueling training. This is where he faces Neji. He doesn't start off with the Sharingan or the Byakugan. He can activate them separately, but he can't use them at the same time unless he's under really big stress. And also, it's really draining if he does it at the same time. He doesn't use any of those and still beats Neji, since he doesn't want people to find out that he has Byakugan and the Sharingan or any dojutsu at all. He fights Neji as the usual and beats him with almost the same amount, but instead of him having to dig it under, he creates a lot more shadow clones since he has better control over his chakras because of the training with the Rasengan. And he was forced to use a smaller Rasengan to counteract Neji's palm rotation. Neji was able to land 32 palm strikes, but Naruto moved out of the way before he could finish the 64. Then he knows how to do the summoning jutsu rather well because he practiced after Jiraiya left as well. He summons a small toad, which Jiraiya usually summoned to defend against Kisame's blade, which helps him to defend against Neji's attacks. This is where Neji gets frustrated and loses his temper and says, "How can a loser like you beat me?" Naruto says, "I will beat you no matter what as usual," and does his Tokyo Jutsu as normal in the anime and then defeats him. This is where big changes occur. Everyone thinks that Naruto had a plan to beat Neji and they decide to put him onto Chunin. We continue through the fights as usual, and Sasuke's and Gaara's fight goes the same, and then Genjutsu happens, but after Gaara leaves the arena, the Genjutsu continues the same way, but Naruto is not affected, and this time Sakura does not have to wake him up, and Naruto just runs after Sasuke straight away. So he is able to catch up before any sound ninja can stop him, or sun ninja. So Kakashi's hounds follow Naruto and Sasuke with Sakura and Shikamaru. As Naruto arrives there, Sasuke is still fighting Gaara. Is not taken down yet. And Sasuke is not even out of breath yet. As Naruto arrives, Naruto sees that Gaara is a big threat. He activates his Byakugan, but Sasuke can't tell it's a Byakugan since it still has the black dot in the middle. Naruto looks similar to his normal eyes to Sasuke, as Naruto has purplish eyes with a black dot in the middle as normal. He fights Gaara and seals about 2 points before Gaara transforms into the small Shikaku state. Then Gaara pins Sasuke down as he did with Sakura, which then after transforms into the full Shikaku by doing the sleeping possum jutsu. As he does that, Naruto summons Gamabunta as on instinct, as he knows that he on instinct because he wants to know if on instinct because Naruto won't be able to fight something that big without a big body. Gamabunta fights almost goes the same, since Naruto can't really do anything with his Byakugan active, and he doesn't like to use the Sharingan much because it drains not much chakra than a Byakugan. But after a bit, Naruto is forced to use the Byakugan as he's not getting anywhere. Sharingan, he's not getting anywhere. Then he uses the Rasengan. No, he uses 3 shadow clones. Makes 3 shadow clones, which each do Rasengans and run towards the Shikaku. And this was a destruction when Naruto does the same thing, transforms Gamabunta into the Ninetales Fox, and which bites down on Shikaku, and Naruto headbutts Gaara. Naruto is not as exhausted as the first time, since he didn't use much chakra, and he's not that damaged. Naruto then does the usual Tokyo Jutsu, and everything goes the same. Lord Third is still killed by Orochimaru. No, still does the Reaper Death and seals Orochimaru's arms.